2, 3, we're on. Okay. So what I was trying to say is the highest stage you reach in your astrology. When does a man die? What do they do here in India? When a man dies, they burn his horoscope along with it. In the funeral pyre, they burn they burn the horoscope that was originally made. When you reach your final stage in life is when you've exhausted your karmas. When you reach your final stage in life is when you let go of your attachments. Astrology is an attachment also.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, the people who are very famous astrologers, there's a saying here in India among some of the astrologers that suppose somebody gives you a correct prediction. That person might be famous, might not be famous, might know much of astrology, might know less of astrology. But if there is a pending karma, a Rinanu Bandh, that is a debt. Rinanu Bandh means like a debt. Okay? Some previous life. He is supposed to give you that correct prediction and he gives you. You are supposed to receive that prediction. Are you understanding? So it is most of the people, say for example K.N. Rao. Rao Saab has that Rinanu Bandh to help so many people out. We have that Rinanu Bandh from him to learn from him, to get that correct prediction. Are you understanding? You know, even I myself, I don't ask much predictions from him. Hardly, I think once he is seeing my horoscope or twice in the last 15 years that I know him personally. So, I mean, I wanted to ask, once I went to Delhi, I wanted to ask about my child. I did ask him. He said, come tomorrow. I went tomorrow. Next day, he was there. We spoke for 3 hours, but we never discussed my child's this thing. And I feel scared asking. I feel scared asking also. I respect him and I love him so much. You know. So, anyways, coming to that question, the ideal stage, coming to what I posted in the group, in the closed group of our batch, the ideal stage is when you let go of your past. When you just let go of your attachments. It's not possible. Many a times I've done it. In the last 5 years or 7 years of being with Saptarishis Astrology, you can imagine the amount of astrologers, great writers that we have, so many senior astrologers we have in our magazine. Okay, I have shown my horoscope maximum 7 times. 7 times. 7 times. That's it. And you can't believe there's some noise coming from somewhere.
Sorry, it's my cat.
Oh, that's good.
My cat is making some noise, sorry.
Okay. So you can't believe I've gone through so much of desperation in the last 7 years, especially with my finances, my health, and etc. Sometimes for 2 years, 3 years, I have not shown my horoscope in the last 7 years. So that is one part, is what I meant when you burn.
So
then, yeah.
Can I just you mentioned that astrology and probably like teaching it or reading or receiving is part of our karma, and since shedding all of our karma is kind of the ideal level to reach, then going beyond, like ideally then we would just not be so involved in astrology, which will be difficult for me anyway.
Okay, I'll be honest, I still haven't understood your question correctly. So you got to keep on prodding me in between. But one point before I forget, you all should practice and become professional astrologers. Okay? But have some ethics. Do not If your client is coming too many times to you, you say no, that is it. Once a year. Once a year is when I will look at your horoscope. That is especially just before their Varshafal readings. That means if their birthday is today, you see it a few days before. Okay, just give me a second. Somebody's at the door. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like card reading too. I mean, we shouldn't read cards too often, right? It's not good to ask the same question over and over.
It's true. I agree. Imbalance, I guess, on any level, right?
Right, yeah.
So you do that probably to guide some pitfalls, some this thing. But remember, if it is fixed karma, they will not be able to get of much help. Okay. But that is the maximum you do. Maximum. Do
How
not.
do you
Yeah.
how can you tell? Sorry for interrupting you, but I just have a lot of questions. How do you tell what's a fixed karma and what's a flexible karma in a chart? Is there a way to look at that?
It is very difficult, and the best of astrologers till date have not written anything about it. There are a lot of theories. I can give you so much of theories, but how do we prove it? That's the point.
Yeah.
So many people I've seen in the last 10 years of internet forums, many people keep on asking this question. Some people will say there is free will. Some people will say there is no free will. I have met astrologers who have predicted the color of the cloth that I'm wearing right now. On the phone, they have predicted. Which is great. It is great to do this marvel thing, magic thing. It looks magical, it's nice and brilliant. But they are using Prashna. So Prashna shows the current. They should predict 6 months, 13 days from now what color I will be wearing. That is a prediction. Are you understanding? Now coming to free will, we say 3, 6, 10 and 11 houses are Upachaya houses. There is one classic which does not take the 10th house as an Upachaya house. Upachaya house means here you have your free will to change, to do some things. By your third house is your hand. Okay, so by your hands, efforts from your hands, you know, we here in India we have a saying, "Aapka takdeer aapke bazuon mein," means your fate is in your hands. Your fate is in your hands. You know, that's the third house. Then they say you change your fate by your karma. That's your 10th house. Then they say you change your fate by your desires and wishes. If you have a deep desire to be an actor, okay? If you have a deep desire to be an actor, that's your 11th house. Upachaya house. You might become an actor, but the quality of your fame and success will obviously depend, it will be dependent on your horoscope, on the yogas. When you have, like how Upachaya houses are there, okay? Now look at the natural zodiac. Natural zodiac 3, 6, 10, 11. Who are the lords? Mercury and Saturn. Saturn is karma karaka. Mercury is your intelligence, your buddhi, your free will. These two people give you free will. These two planets give you free will. Your karma, you do good karma, your free will increases. Are you understanding? Now in my office, this cat came. I have 50 children in this office. Some of them complained. My wife complained, I don't want that cat here. But the cat is coming and is hungry. What do I do? Since the time the cat has come, all kinds of problems in my life has happened in the last 3 months. Okay, and also thanks to Kapil Raj also. He always says, "Yeah, I'm going to send you a check, for your travel, for my vacation and all that." I never received that check. Okay, I'm going to watch this video. I'm going to make him watch this video. Yesterday we had a 2-hour session. Then in the night we were supposed to have another 2-hour session, but I was getting pain here, very bad pain. So I stopped that recording. He's going to upload that video soon during Guru Purnima. Anyway, point is, Mercury is such a beautiful planet. Saturn is such a beautiful planet, but very difficult to understand. It will give you fixed karma also and changing also. Why? See, look at the sign Capricorn, 10th house Capricorn. Okay, that is a Chara Rashi, movable sign. 1, 4, 7, 10. Movable signs. Then the other sign, Aquarius, that is a fixed sign. 2, 5, 8, 11 are fixed sign. So that is the reason I said difficult to understand Saturn. Saturn will give you your fixed karma. Saturn will also give you the ability to change your karma. And that is the reason I always keep on saying, donate, donate, donate. 10%. I don't know, somebody told me in the Bible it is written, the word used is tithing.
Yeah, a tithe, yeah.
Tithe, sorry, my pronunciation is pathetic.
No, it's fine.
So, tithe, you got to tithe 10% of your income. I tell astrologers, the first thing you do is you invest back in your business. Don't invest it in your own business, invest it in astrology. Some point of time or the other it will come to you. Next birth, when you become an astrologer, that investment will come to you. So give back to the astrological community. How? Okay, let me divert from here. In America, you have more than 10,000 astrologers doing Vedic astrology. Correct?
There's a lot.
More than that. You can find out from the American Council of Vedic Astrology how many students have passed out of their curriculum. Okay. Plus, there will be at least 10 times more who have not gone and done that course from the American Council of Vedic Astrology. Okay.
Much more, yes.
Much more, much more. So let's assume 10,000 astrologers are there. Many of them are following Indian religion of Hinduism and all that. Some of them follow Sanatana Dharma, etc. and all that. Okay. We must have heard of some astrologers somewhere in America going through bankruptcy, going through health problems. Correct? Is the astrological community coming forward and helping them? Are the organizations in America, India, or the world, are they helping them? From their income, they earn so much, $250, this, that, etc., what not. Why aren't we Indians doing it? If you read my first editorial, I had written over there very bravely and very emotionally, okay, that we are wanting to create a fund which will help the poor astrologers of India. Because I saw my guru's poverty. 15 years, no money. He had to feed 3 families. His family, his children's family, and his children's children's family. I have seen that. I have seen that pain. I have gone through poverty so many times. I have a poverty yoga in my horoscope. So we need to give back to the society. Now let's come back to the question of free will. When you have fixed planets, especially Saturn Ketu, Saturn Rahu, Mars Ketu, you know what we call angry planets, tamasic planets. The wrong words, but I don't know how to express. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
Who are capable of giving harsh events. These planets Wherever they sit, the karma is kind of fixed. The karma is kind of fixed. Where you have soft planets, you have ability to change. Unless that soft planet, becomes an 8th lord, or a 12th lord, or a 6th lord. But 6th lord, again, it is dual. It's a 6th house, Naisargik Kundli, the natural zodiac. 3, 6, these are dual signs. Gemini, Virgo, dual signs. So all this is very difficult. Somebody needs to do the research, not just give theory like me. So many other teachers, they have given theories. But how and why is it happening, whether it is fixed only, whether it is this only? Plus, there are so many exception rules. What are the exception rules? Let's assume 4th house is a fixed sign in your horoscope. 4th house, let's assume you're a Taurus Lagna. In 4th house will be Leo. Correct? Let's assume there Saturn and Rahu are placed. Okay? 2 malefics in the 4th house. What can be the exception rules? 9th from 4th. 9th from 4th will be the 12th house. Over there, if Jupiter is placed or some other planet is placed and you propitiate that planet, it can give you blessings. Why? 9th house is the house of blessings of gods. 9th house is blessings. So from any house, the 9th to it has the propensity to give you blessings.
Yeah.
So their free will can change. So, suppose it is a 3rd lord sitting in the 12th house and it is 9th from 4th. More possibility, more self-acceptance. Are you understanding?
Yeah, definitely.
Find somebody having Rahu in the 3rd house. Mesha Lagna, Rahu in the 3rd house. 3rd house is free will, but Rahu is there, who is also the 11th lord. Okay? You try to make that person do past life astrology or do past life regression and find out the reasons for the cause of his misery. Then you make him do subconscious healing. Let him do meditation, let him do affirmations, which affect his subconscious mind. Why? 3rd house is the house of subconscious mind.
Okay. I thought it was the 12th house, but that's interesting.
Some 12th, some have conscious mind 5th house, some take subconscious mind 3rd house. Okay? We have various rules. The problem is our scriptures have not given anything specific. It is the modern astrologers who are coming up with rules. So am I. Okay? But find bottom line. If you ask me a question, like Amy had asked before the session, how to see free will, how to see this thing. There is only one. There is no fixed formula. There is only one thing I have learned from the teachings of Cran. Cran is channeled messages, an entity. You can type cran.org, Kryon. I had earlier posted it on my Facebook page. If you go down a couple of months back, it is there. Cran. Lee Carroll. You can type Cran and Lee Carroll. Lee Carroll. Leecarrol. In that book, find Journey Home. I read that in 1997. So my memory is not so happy. At that time, I was very much into New Age spirituality. Now I'm no longer into it. But anyway, it says a very simple thing. The spirit says, when you are trying to open a door and it is not opening, you are pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. It's like a dead wall. Let the door has become, the wood has become flat, the wood has swollen up because of moisture, for example, to inflate. So it's not opening. So let the moisture, let the humidity go. At the right time and the right place, the door will open. So that is how you accept life as fixed karma. You accept it as fixed karma, you leave it to God, saying, if there is a situation wherein it will open up in my favor, let it happen. That's the easiest thing to do, and also the toughest for many. For many, it is the toughest, especially for Westerners who want to believe that there is free will. I have a friend in US. She's a very senior teacher in American Council of Vedic Astrology. Always lecturing here, there, and all that. Very active on Facebook forums and all that. A very costly reader also. She tells me in America, if you predict with events, people don't like it. People like to be told by using a lot of psychological jargon that they have free will. And that is the reason, she said, many American astrologers land up doing a course in psychology, even at a very later age in life. In India, it is absolutely opposite. In America, somebody, or in the West, somebody goes and to an astrologer and says, hey, I'm having a relationship with this girl, it's not matching. Or, a girl comes and says, my boyfriend, it's not matching, will we get married, he has this problem, that problem. The astrologer will not predict 100% with guarantee that, hey, you're going to marry this boy. The astrologer will use all psychological jargon, no relationships, you got to make it work. It's all about understanding, giving something, taking something. All that happens, you spend $250 and you still don't know the answer. You still don't. I get so many people from US. They send an email to me. They complain what American astrologers are doing. They say, we just want a 1-minute answer. Is it going to work out? Is it not going to work out?
Yeah, well, I guess it depends if you believe that everything is predestined, or if you believe that everything is up to you. I think it's probably in between. But in the West, there's the serenity prayer that says it pretty well. It says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So I think that's...
I'm aware of that. I agree with you. But let us understand our astrology. Our astrology, what is the basis of Hindu astrology? What is the basis of Vedic astrology or Indian astrology? The basis is the karma theory. That's our base, which probably is not the base in Western astrology. It doesn't mean Western astrology is wrong. I have met some brilliant predictors who are doing Western astrology, and they are far brilliant than 90% of Indian astrologers. Far brilliant. Events, events they predict, not the psychological reading. Events. Anyways, the base is our karma theory. What is our karma theory? You did this karma in this life, hence you will get this karma in this life. I request you to read Chandrakala Nadi, which is Dev Kerlam, published by Sagar Publications. I request you to read Saptarishi Nadi. It is freely available in our magazine. You will realize how the Rishi is doing past life reading, the events, how he is correlating. You can also read Bhrighu Yogavali. We published 1 or 2 translations of it in our magazine. Bhrighu Yogavali. Bhrighu Yogavali. you'll realize how the rishis are seeing. This science is based on rishis. This people, what is happening today in the modern India and especially in the West, people are taking Vedic astrology for themselves, modifying it as per their basis. They are not reading what the rishis have read. They have not read Devkirlam 100 times. They have not read Saptarishi Nadi 100 times. They would like their client to believe that there is free will. I personally believe 70% is your fixed karma. But now that percentages obviously differs from person to person and also as per my experience. There is a book, it is not in print, called Empirical Insights in Astrology. One of the students of, or one of the colleagues of K.N. Rao, Mr. Vishwakarma, I do not know if he is alive today. I've tried contacting him, I'm not getting. That book was published by Sahani Publications. Sahani Publications. One of the chapters in that book, I think it was the first chapter, when I was very young in astrology, I read it. I passed it on, the technique of it, I passed it on to my friend J. Weiss, who's from Switzerland or Denmark, I forget now. He's from Switzerland. I've not been in touch with him since 7 years of starting the magazine. The article is about calculating how much is your fixed karma and how much of free will. I purposely don't talk about it because I know the next moment in India and in the West, they will create a software. All these people are rascals today. They will create a software. They will charge $150, $250, $500. They will only make money out of it and not give anything back to the society of going and getting manuscripts translated. No, they don't do that. In every city there are manuscripts. In Delhi there are minimum 10,000 astrology manuscripts. In Chennai there are minimum 30,000 astrology manuscripts. All in the libraries. If I could get out of them, in Baroda it is there, in Ahmedabad it is there, in Varanasi it is there. Every place has it. So many institutes of astrology all over India, none of them go and get the manuscripts out and get it translated. No institute, no school of astrology has done that. And that is why I say we are allowing blind people to be led more by blind people. Why I say blind people? What is happening? One second, just hold on. What is happening? Today people have read maximum 2 astrology classics, maybe Brihad Jatak or Brihad Parashara Hora Shastra. I use the word maximum because I know so many professional astrologers, they have not read even one. They go to some classes or online classes, they learn for a year or two and they started their business. They do not know what our ancients have written. In astrology, available right now in English and Hindi, you have 3,000 translations of various classics. 3,000. You ask anybody to buy or read that, they will not. Here's my challenge to any astrologer in the West who's teaching all this free will and all that. List down 300 classics that they have read. 300 that they have read. You get so much of hints from Jatak Bharna on fixed karma. Forget all those classics. Our nadis are enough. Saptarishi Nadi is enough. Then you have many other nadis. You should read that book by my favorite book, always kept where I sleep. My Experiences in Astrology by Dr. B.V. Raman. It is a Bible costing $2. It's a Bible in astrology for anybody who wants to do honest astrology. And especially chapter 27 in that, it is brilliant. Just one second. I forgot my children will come at 2:30 here. The children have come, they're making noise. Anyway, chapter
Yes,
27 shows the Nadi readings. How in a particular life, Dr. Raman was repairing the roof and something fell from the roof. It fell on the logs or something. It fell on the Guru's wife. And she was upset and there was a curse. And it took him 45 generations or 48 generations. After that, the curse will get over. And the day, the year in this life, the month and the day when it will get over. So here you have a fixed karma of something falling and hurting the Guru's wife. Are you understand? It's nothing. It happened by mistake. And you have something happening for 45 generations or 48 generations. I'm forgetting the number, it's there in that book. But it's a big number.
but can the curse be reversed?
It's a big question. That's a complete, let us have another session on that. Okay.
Okay.
But always, I have found one beautiful method that Westerners can follow and Indians also. For, see, what is a curse? It is about somebody being upset with you. And from his heart, he has said, oh, what you have done is wrong. You know, may you have so and so problem in life. Okay. But that person need not even say that you may have this problem in life in the future. But if somebody is upset with you, okay, something that you have done directly or indirectly, what do? You always follow the affirmation of gratitude. Always follow the affirmations of forgiveness. Forgive each and everybody, whether they have done something wrong to you or you have done something wrong to them. Then you ask the forgiveness, if I have hurt somebody today, directly or indirectly, from my actions, please forgive me. Let it be a deep affirmation, 10-minute meditation. There are a lot of books on gratitude. I personally like a very good methodology is by the book called Magic by the lady who wrote the book Secret. It's a very big seller, Rhonda Bryan or something like that. I cannot pronounce her name. Okay. It's a very famous type, The Secret by Rhonda Bryan, you'll get it. She has written a book called The Magic. In that the affirmation thing is, gratitude thing is there. Gratitude and forgiveness. Seeking forgiveness, forgiving people. These, if you master the art of it, it will reduce all these problems. This is a remedy, free remedy. I have gratitude towards my parents for bearing with me for 20 years of astrology. They allowed me in spite of all the fights. I am grateful for them. I am grateful for my father who indirectly pushed me from one religion to Hinduism. He indirectly did that. If he would not have done that, people today would not have seen Bhrighu Saral Paddhati. I am grateful for my mother, I am grateful for my wife to allow me to do astrology. In spite of she not believing in astrology. She believes in astrology, but she doesn't believe in astrology. She has seen the predictions of my friends on her. She has seen my prediction on her life. But She has seen the worst commercialization of astrology in India. She also comes from Kerala. So, bottom line is, astrology needs to make us become a better human being. Needs to make us a better human being. I will tell you something, Annie and Milika, and whoever is listening. Clients come to you, they have to go out of your cabin by saying this is the best session of my life. You see the readings given by Yuvraj. He does our commercial part, our professional astrology rather. Okay. We also do professional astrology. Saptarishis Astrology does professional. It started now only, after so many years. You see the feedback we have posted on our Facebook page by Utpal Pathak, Niranjan Hegde, and many others. Okay? Arun Singh ji and all that. Arun Singh is in our batch, you know. He is in our batch. It has to change. And that is the reason they said this is the best thing ever. Of course, I haven't personally trained Yuvraj because he's not here in Bombay. Okay? But we speak so many hours on the phone. He knows our philosophy. Arjun Pai knows our philosophy. Pending, you tell a person this is your pending karma. Suppose, for example, a lady is going through physical abuse in her marriage. Without she telling you that, if you show her this is some problem of your life, accept it, forgive it, do it as much as you can, and then whatever you want to do. I'll give you an example. Whenever I have a health problem, I never take medicines. I never ever take medicines at least for 3 years of my life. I let it pain. I go through that pain. It hurts me quite a lot. Now I become old, I cannot bear it. And especially because of my other vices and all that, my physical capacity to bear has become. Otherwise, I have a problem, I let it pain. I have a toe problem, leg problem, varicose vein problem, what not. I will bear it. I love pain. Why? I'm allowing that karma to happen. I did something wrong in some life or this life. I abused my body because of smoking. Let it pain. I have breathing problem. Let it happen. I need to suffer. But now what I've started doing in the last 1-2 years, or 1 year rather, is because I'm unable to bear that pain. So now I'm slowly wanting to do it. So I allowed that karma, whatever retribution was there, I allowed it to happen. Like I have a problem here. Okay. In the K.N. Rao workshop, we brought some books from Mani publications that we were distributing. So I was alone in the godown. In my car, there were a lot of books. We had around 5 boxes, each weighing 60 to 80 kgs. I lifted it, although I have so much of health problem, lifted it. But during one box, my hand went like this. And the pain was so bad, it has continued. It was, I think, 2013 March, we did it. 1.5-2 years now. So it continued. After 1 year, I went to doctor. Then also the pain continued, the doctor was not effective. I went to 2-3 doctors maximum, but at a gap of 6 months. Something wrong I must have done for this pain to happen. Pain is God's gift to you. It makes you stronger. Suffering is God's gift to you. And it is actually not God's gift, it is our gift to ourselves.
But like you said before, Sunil, how do we prove that? I mean, how do we know what we're paying for? How do we know?
I'll give you a very beautiful example. But if I tell you to do it, will you go and do it? After that, it might take you 1 day or 1 year or 2 years, but you will 100% come to know what I have said. That how do you know? Choose your best friend. What's your best friend's name?
My best friend. I have a lot of best friends. I don't know if I could pick just
Choose one. Choose one.
Okay, Jeremy.
Jeremy. Okay. Just walk up to Jeremy's house. As soon as you meet her, give her the finest slap you can ever give to anybody.
Oh my God.
Trust me. After some time, she'll be happy why you did it. Immediately, you will get some result, or after 1 day, 1 month, or 1 year, she'll get back to you with the result. Then you will come to know you did something and you got something back. Then you'll understand the karma theory. Or
I agree.
I think a beautiful example. You want an instant answer, go to a zoo, okay? First take a stone and throw it at the lion in the zoo. Okay? And then you put your hand inside the cage, you will understand the karma theory.
No, I understand there's cause and effect. I completely agree with that.
Just that we have a temporary gap of memory between this life and our previous lives. That's the game. The game is to not have the memory of our previous lives. That's the game. And you want to be more sure. There's one university in USA, I think Princeton University. They seem to have conducted study over a period of 30 years or 20 years on some 10,000 cases of past life, where people remembered their past life. Study those cases. Study those cases. Then you'll realize, this person did this, because you might not believe what a Rishi has written here. Okay? You might not believe what a Rishi has written here. But if you study something that has been done by a university, you might believe more. Study those past life cases. What someone did, what someone was in a previous life, and this thing. Now I'll give you a beautiful example. No, forget that, because we need some cases. I tried testing it. I could not get past life cases. Select cases. I'll show you what is past life astrology. Get me 5 cases from any of the universities, okay, where you know the birth details of the current life. Birth details of the current life. Date of birth, month of birth, and year of birth. Okay? And those people must have died, should have died by some wound, by a bullet or by some wound. Okay? Then you show me those 5 charts of this life, and I will make you a prediction where in their body there is a mark. All 5 cases. All 5 cases.
Wow.
Blind charts. Blind charts. But I need 5 because I want to test that technique. Maximum what? I will be wrong. Okay, it doesn't matter. But I feel I'm 100% right, because I think in 1 or 2 cases I had gotten it, or where I had past life. But those were in the old computers. I had cases where people remembered their past life, you know, that. I will tell you the mark in their body from that life to this life. That means if somebody died with a bullet in their head, I will tell them there is a mark in this life. In which part of their body? Are you understand? So this is how we do it. Point is, here in India, sitting in India, it is very easy for me to believe in karma theory, past life, etc. Sitting in the West, I understand it is difficult to totally believe in it.
It's
No,
difficult to figure out. I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's difficult to figure out in light of philosophy that says that our beliefs basically create our reality, and that everyone, as long as you believe you have free will, therefore would have free will to direct the course of fate or destiny.
Here is my
Any,
question. I'm sorry. Here is my question to all those who like to believe that their beliefs lead them to their destiny, to their reality. Collect 10 charts, 10 cases of girls who believed in romance and a fairy tale marriage, who had good relationships in their life, and who have bad marriage life now. Then you'll realize that their reality, their beliefs of 20 years does not match with the reality of today.
well, their beliefs could have changed, perhaps.
That's the reason I'm saying only 10 cases where their beliefs have not changed. They
Oh,
believe in a romantic life. Are you understanding?
yeah.
So, beliefs are one part of it. How many of us can believe that? How many of us can believe that I'm going to bend a spoon? And can we bend that spoon? I can spend the rest of my life believing that I can bend a spoon, but can I bend a spoon? No, I cannot. Without touching it. Without touching it, only Uri Geller could do it by the power of his mind. So very few people have that power. Let us understand that.
Yes.
Very few of us have that power to convert our mind, our thoughts into reality, our beliefs into reality, because our pending karma comes into the picture. You're getting it? It is possible 30%. See that I was speaking about that book, Empirical Insights. It calculates by the position of your planets for individual chart. It calculates the exact percentage of your free will, exact percentage of your karma.
Could you repeat who was the author of that article?
One Mr. Vishwakarma. He has also written a book called Varshafal. We have that book in print, but this particular book, Empirical Insights, it's not in print. It's not available from a long time. It's not available. Empirical Insights.
It's not available at all.
I had scan in my old computer. I had scan of that article.
Okay.
I will have to contact my friend Jay Vyas if he has it. Already 2-3 times I had contacted him, and he had given it to me, but I again lost. I don't have much interest in it, but I do remember one thing. There was this at that point of time in 2004. I used to know an Indian girl. She was in the IT industry in America. She was, I think, 37 or 38 years old, and she was not getting married. At that time, she was in the all these Yahoo groups of SJC. I had met her through that. I forget her name. Thin girl, tall. She had come and met me once, or sent me a photograph. I don't remember also. Her chart. I should keep on asking her. You are settled in USA. Okay, you're decent looking. So many proposals from India should be coming to you. She's saying no proposal materializes. I don't like this thing in him. I don't like that thing in him. All that kind of. I noticed. I did calculation in her horoscope, and she had some 78% or 76. I forget now. She had a very high percentage of fixed karma. So her fixed karma is not to get married. And how universe will fool? By giving lots of wants and desires to that person. Universe will send her to America. Free will. You want a tailor-made husband. You want a tailor-made husband. I want him to be tall. I want him to be handsome. I want his jaw like this, I want his lips like this, I want him this capability in the sexual department, I want his bank balance to be at least, minimum his annual salary should be 6-figure salary. Okay, it goes on and on. This is a problem again in India also nowadays. And when some of those girls come and meet me and ask me why I'm not get married, I want this, I want that, I tell them you need Lord Krishna, who was perfect. Only Lord Krishna can be perfect. Otherwise, boys today are not perfect. You have to accept them. Okay. So I'm sorry I'm rude, but I show the mirror.
No, it's true.
I show the mirror. I don't waste anybody's time. So point is, the more desires we have, the more choices we have, leads to problem. And letting go of our desires is what is spiritual. So incidentally, what is happening in America, they like to broadcast Vedic astrology as a spiritual science. Why? It will get them at least 300,000 clients. Just give me a second. So, in the name of spirituality, everybody wants a taste of the pie. Okay? Everybody wants to bite that pie. And what happens? People think, well, I'm going to go to a Vedic astrologer in the West. I'm going to get something to know about my spirituality. In India, nobody goes to an astrologer to learn spirituality. In India, nobody goes.
I'm not sure. I think some people still like to look into spiritual astrology. I heard K.N. Rao's interview, and he was talking that his guru taught him specific.
Those people are of a very high level. Very high level. Such people are not there. Today, nobody is even wanting to know about the spiritual side, is what I said at the start also. How many people go to K.N. Rao? People go to K.N. Rao asking him when marriage will happen, job will happen, this business problem. Are you understanding? Will I win elections? Will I not win elections? That's spiritual astrology. Rao Saab is of a different league. My point is, what I'm trying to say is, astrology as practiced today is no longer spiritual. There is not even an iota of spirituality. Maximum you can bring religion. Maximum you can bring religion, do this worship, do that worship. If you do this worship, you will get great experiences. That's about it. Spirituality starts where religion ends. I'll tell you what is spirituality. Okay? In the West and in India, millions of astrologers have come and gone. Millions in the last 3,000 years. We don't know what happened in the last 3,000 years. But in the last 20 years, we know what has happened. Correct? We must have heard somewhere or the other. Have you guys ever heard of any astrologer in the West or in India who gave away all his money, all his property, everything for the benefit of the poor? Correct?
No. No. Yep.
Spirituality teaches me something. I came into this life with nothing. I'm going to go out of this life when I die with nothing. Not even an iota of $1. Correct? Then, so has this so-called spirituality of Vedic astrology taught anything spiritual to all these people in the last 20 years? Are you understanding? I'm sorry, I sound like a rascal. I sound harsh.
No, you don't. You don't sound like a rascal at all. It's nice to have somebody that's straightforward. Can I transition to the question about money, since you're kind of talking about money right now?
Sorry, come again?
Can we transition to the question about money and astrology reading, since you're starting to talk a bit about money too? I wanted,
Yeah, please
yeah,
ask. Please ask. Please ask.
I wanted to know, what's your view on readings and astrologers that charge money for readings, and also what's the difference between charging money for a reading and charging money for teaching astrology?
In India, we have a system called Dakshina. Dakshina is at the end of the work, you give anything from your heart to the Pandit, to the astrologer. Okay? There is no fixed fees. There is no fixed fees. This what I'm talking about is what has been carried on for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Still in India, you have astrologers who believe in Dakshina only. They will take only what the person has given. If the person gave fruits, fine. But these are very few people. But quite a large number still is existent today, thanks to some kind of sanctity left. What has happened over the years? People have abused this Dakshina system. The clients have abused this Dakshina system. And so what they do, they do not give in proportion to modern times. Suppose an astrologer has a heart problem and he needs to do a bypass surgery. In Bombay, it requires 4 lakh rupees. 4 lakh rupees is what? 4,000 or 8,000, 6,000, $8,000 in Bombay. How will that astrologer afford it? Are you understanding? And everybody gets a heart problem because we have a lot of oily food in our this thing. When you are taking money from someone, it is energy exchange. It is energy exchange. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Money is energy. It is energy exchange.
Right.
When you are not taking money from someone, you are following a very holy tradition. Like for example, Kendra, he does not take money for his predictions. Okay, but when he goes abroad and he teaches, or even when he's teaching at the Bharati Vidya Bhavan Institute in Delhi, he's charging money for the courses. Initially, he was not doing it, but he realized that people are abusing it, are taking undue advantage. He might personally not be taking that money. It goes in the trust fund or something. I do not know about that. Nor should I even be liable to speak on some ways. But the reason I give Kian Rao's example is because in the West, you all also know that he is a very holy man. You know, he's a very distant. Here, professional astrologers come and commercial astrologers. Professional astrologers charges money, commercial also charges money. Okay, what is the difference between the two? The commercial is there, he will add some gemstones, some pujas into the thing, into his reading. That by this stone you'll become lucky, by this puja, do this puja and all that. That is the commercial astrologer who is cheating people. But there are some good types also who are doing it as per the Shastra. As per the Shastra, you should wear this stone. You want to take it from me or take it from someone else, it doesn't matter. These are very pure types of professional astrologers. Very pure. Extreme pure in that will be, you wear this stone, I don't have it, you go and buy it from anybody else. Extreme pure. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Point is, whenever you are taking money, there has to be an energy exchange. That person's 20% of his karma you are taking onto yourself. K.N. Rao has mentioned this in the interview that I did with him in 2010. It is there on our YouTube channel.
So, if you don't charge any money, you don't get that energy of the person's karma, or do you still get it? No? You still get it. Because you're looking at the chart and you're getting connected to it.
Yes, but see see in the West there is nothing. What energy will you get? 102%, 5%, 10%. People are normal people. Here in India, what is the problem? Every third or 10th chart that comes to you is of a case of black magic. That chart, native, somebody has done black magic on that. Some relative has done black magic or some tantra. So you're getting that energy. I fall sick whenever I see a bad chart. I fall sick, I go and I vomit because I have a very sensitive and emotional nature. Only a crooked person can do astrology professionally in today's environment, or somebody who's extremely mentally strong. Either of these two. The crooked person only thinks, oh, a client has come, I'm happy. $350 or at least 1 lakh rupees of puja. Are you getting it? People would die to go onto a YouTube channel like KRS or this or that, or go to a seminar. Okay. For me, it is the most worst period of my life. Why? Because I don't charge, I don't see it free. I stopped doing both. I stopped doing free rather. You get the energy. You are dealing with something live. How do you know? My question to you is, does any astrologer know which areas of this person's life God wants him to know via you, and which areas he should go through stress God doesn't want him to know? Are you understanding? I'll give you an example. Suppose somebody is not getting a child. Okay? For 5 years have gone by, he's not getting a child. That couple is supposed to get a child after 11 years and 9 months. So for 11 years, why is he not getting a child? For he has done some karma, correct? He has done some karma, correct? He has done some karma. So universe wants him to go through that mental torture of not getting a child, that pain. Suppose he was a doctor in some previous life who used to, keep on aborting children. Keep on aborting children. For especially, a man. I'll give you an example. A big landlord is there. He has had affairs with 10 women. All the 10 women are not his wife. His wife is somebody else. So these 10 women, he'll send it to that doctor. Go get aborted. Okay? So this doctor has a karma. Okay? Of being hand in glove for an illegal act which was beyond marriage. Extramarital affair. Correct? This is a karma. Next life, the doctor comes, marries somebody with a similar kind of past karma. And for 11 years, they are not getting a child. There are 10,000 reasons why you don't get a child. I'm just giving you one. Okay? So, for 11 years, he is supposed to go through that pain of not having a child. He is a billionaire. He wants to give everything to that child. He is not getting a child. You as an astrologer, you do his reading. And if you tell him, let's assume you are the world's greatest astrologer. If you tell him while he is at the 3rd year of this 11th year, this 11-year torture period, 11-year agony period, if at the 3rd year he is coming to you and you say, don't worry, 11 years, 9 months from now, you will have a child. And that guy says, oh, the world's greatest astrologer said I'm going to have a child. Fine, done. I'm not going to worry now. Okay? So all the souls who got aborted, they're going to curse you. They're going to curse you because you came in between out of your free will, out of wanting to be a great astrologer who never makes a mistake. You came in between and you stopped that karma of torture, of agony from happening. Are you understanding? That is the reason in astrology there is a big time secret which area you have to predict and which area you have to not predict. But nobody knows that. And that's what I say it in every lecture of mine. Every workshop of mine I say it. I even said it in KRS channel first also. But many people, I hear some American big time astrologer does not like it. Okay. Of course, sitting in America, it's very difficult to understand where I'm coming from. Okay. Whether I'm doing only planetary astrology or whether I have met some great masters, they don't know. How can they? I have gone through the suffering. You understand it? So, there are some areas where you will intervene with your free will. I am saying you guys want to believe in free will, right? So, would you not be interfering in somebody's free will? It is going to go through the torture. How do you determine that? That is the big secret of astrology. There are no clear-cut rules. How do you determine whether God wants you to predict or not predict? In Kerala, I have found astrologers knowing this secret. Very few of them, but I found them knowing this secret.
Well, if anything is the result of karma, and you know, everything happens for a reason, then we could argue that it's divine timing. So if the other, like whatever the person hasn't burned off of karma, he'll just burn it off in another life or in another way.
Yes,
right?
yes. But if I am Jeremy, Amy comes and slaps me, okay? Who's going to decide I'm going to slap her back on the spot or after 1 year in a big party? Who's going to decide? Are you understanding? Timing part is what we don't know. The intensity we do not know. We are in the business of astrology, we are in the business of timing and finding out the intensity. Too many malefics conjoined in one house, too many this thing. Too many malefics. 1 second, somebody at the door.
Yeah.
Too much of intensity, too many malefics. So all this happened. All this happened. One thing how you do is, do not do readings of people who are corrupt by nature, who are into any kind of illegal activity, or who are corrupt, who are very mean kind of people. Try, if they are very mean, try to change them. If they are not going to change, no problem. Try to show them the light. Okay? If they are not going to do it, fine, forget it. You know, as we say in our friendships also, we say, oh, I don't want to be friends with her. She brings in too much of negativity. Everything negative in every discussion. Same way, you avoid people. If you're saying the horoscope is a live persona of a person, a negative person's horoscope, won't his horoscope give you some energy? When the person is standing in front of you, he is giving you so much of negativity. But his horoscope, no, you can't. It will. Any of you who was into dowsing, I will show a method how you can find out if the horoscope is alive.
Tell us.
Any of you into dowsing?
Yeah,
Do you
I
put
know.
down over a chart?
Yeah. Do you know dowsing? Dowsing, you know that pendulum thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay. Let's assume this is what I learned from one astrologer called Sushil Chaturvedi in Bombay. I think he's still alive. 10-20 years back, he used to be an extremely popular astrologer for the celebrities of India, Bollywood celebrities. He took my horoscope. I was wearing a pukhraj, that means a yellow sapphire kind of stone. Okay. He showed my horoscope. He said, now you see the dowsing. You wear it. I wore it. He started dowsing. Okay. The power was very, 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 very fast. He said, now you remove the stone. I removed the stone. The power became slow. So there is power in the horoscope, piece of paper, and instantly I removed it, instantly it changes. Then he said, wear a negative stone. I wore a stone which I know is negative for me. Okay. He said, keep it now with you. Done. She said, first remove it, keep it very far away. I kept it far away. Then he did it on that planet. Okay. It was being normal speed, normal. Then he said, now wear it. I wore it. It started going opposite. Opposite it started going. Your horoscope is alive. You are dealing with a live thing. Live. It has a soul. It's your part only. That is the reason I have met some astrologers. I've gone to their house. They would discuss this horoscope, that horoscope, and I would tell them, don't you have it written over there in your house? He said, no, I don't keep records of horoscopes. I don't keep records. I said, why? Too much of energy. Whereas I have 20,000 horoscopes in my laptop only. Are you getting it? So
yeah, but you have to for research. You don't really have a choice, right?
Anyways, have I answered all of your questions? If so, then something if I missed out, we can do it now or later. I can decide.
No, I just had the last question, you know, about as a teacher, would you prefer one of your students to tell you that they will continue studying astrology in the best way possible, or would you be happier if they told you that they're going to stop astrology and focus on meditation only?
My personal choice is to leave astrology. But that is my personal private choice. But it will also make me extremely happy if I can create 5 students who are honest and good.
Sorry.
Who can create honest and good students, who are good human beings, who are helping other people to become more positive in life and to stand on their own feet, not an astrologer holding their hands. The greatest astrologer, as per me, is to whom you have gone for one reading. He changed your life and he made you a man. He made you stand on your feet for the rest of your life. That's the greatest astrology. That's real light. That's real light. If I get enlightenment, do you think so enlightenment will be temporary for half a minute or forever? Forever. Correct? Similar. The astrologer shows you that light forever. Makes you a good human being. So if you all continue astrology, become nice people, become good human beings. Even if you find me becoming a bad human being, no problem. To each his own way. But you continue. As to the teacher charging money, yes, I teach free here in Bombay. For years I have been doing that. We have our Nakshatra course free here. Other people are paying for it. But we have 25 people free here. In our Mumbai club, people come free. I teach them free. I even feed them free. Okay. I don't charge them. Anybody who comes to me and says he does not have money, in between I wrote about that on Facebook. I got some 100 people's request. Then it seems Yuvraj or somebody went and found out from Facebook, that person is a professional astrologer. He's earning money. He's charging 3,000 rupees for a reading in India. And he has his own website. So why is he coming to you for free? Because I said, being kind, I said, okay, anybody who does not have money to it, I teach free. So that person is abusing. Okay. You don't have money right now? Come, no problem. I teach whatever I can. You want to pay later, you pay. You don't want to pay later, don't pay me. Don't worry, in next life, I will take it in interest from you. Our interest is 8% or 10% of the bank, but God's interest is probably 300%. We do not know. Okay. So I'm okay. It's okay. Many people, they buy books from us, they don't pay us money. I'm okay. It's okay, no problem. Any other questions, or shall we call it a day?
I think we're good.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Milika and Ami. You know, I've learned how to use Google Hangouts now. Okay. And so probably we're going to invite some real astrologers on this session so that I can interview them and I can also learn from them. You know. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much.
Thank
All right.
you.
Yes.